you're looking beautiful today.
Thank you.
How did you come up with this idea of looking at colors and shapes and textures?
Well, first of all, I had a Barbie doll, and Barbie didn't have the money to buy her clothes, so I had to learn how to make them. Then I ended up making it to the Miss America pageant, and I actually made my own competition gowns because of what I learned as a child. And when I made it to the Miss America pageant, I was representing Oregon. I was looking at all the women backstage, and they're beautiful, they're gorgeous, but I saw one, Miss Delaware, who just didn't seem to have the glamour thing going on. And so I thought to myself, gosh, if she'd let me do her hair and makeup, she'd be so much cuter. I offered, she did. She ended up in the top 10 with my help. I still do that today. I've always been able to see how I can help women bloom. So that's my job, is to look for what works and what doesn't work. And we brought some pictures so I can show you celebrities that it doesn't work on.
Okay, well, why don't we start by talking about, you say there are different types, and
Yes.
Hillary Clinton would be an animated achiever, type A.
She falls into this category in my system, and all I want you to do here is to tell me what you feel when you see her in the black.
Well, she looks kind of austere, stern, and she looks more lively, but of course her hair is different, her makeup is different,
but
everything.
That's the point. Everything fits her better energetically here than it does here. So all we need to know is that we never get a second chance to make that first impression. And when we walk in energetically out of a color that works for us, this is what happens. So it's pretty stark with Hillary.
Okay, let's look at type B, bonding blender.
Yes. These are all about connection. Our Bs are all about research and connection.
I think we have a picture of Gwyneth Paltrow, do we? Or
we do.
Oh, there we do.
So what's the feeling when you see Gwyneth in the black?
I think she looks lovely there.
She does, but what happens over here?
I think she looks brighter.
She looks and softer?
Yeah.
See how dewy her skin is? And here it just starts to get harsh.
Yeah.
It's a little harder to see when we get younger, and this is the trick, because we think we can wear black when we're younger, and some people can. 20% can wear black, but that means most of us cannot. So let's keep going. We've got another. We've got type D.
This is your type.
Susan Sarandon. Now, Susan, we adore her. What happens with Susan in the black as opposed to her in the rest?
Well, then I'm noticing the neckline is more appealing to her on the right side.
Very good.
I think that rounded neckline is not working for her.
You have a good eye, because we're not even talking about the shapes of the neckline today. We're simply talking about the color, and you're right, that neckline doesn't work on her. But the color itself brings out a lot of things in her face that she doesn't want brought out, the imperfections. Let's see one that it can work for, and that would be the type C. Now, do you get the feeling with her?
She looks gorgeous.
Exactly. See how it settles in? She doesn't pop. It doesn't make her look incongruent.
Yeah. Okay, now what's your advice then as a person is trying to make a decision about what looks best for me?
It's tricky when we're trying to do it for ourselves, because we've really gotten into the rut of, well, I have this in my closet, I need to wear it. And the truth is, if you don't have a professional opinion and you're looking at home, it's better to have a good friend who can be honest with you and say, I got to tell you, you've been wearing that for years, but it doesn't work.
Okay, now looking at me, you've had all 5 minutes to talk. What would you suggest that I do?
Just off the cuff, I would suggest you go with a richer color. You are a beautiful woman, and you are a substantial woman, and my feeling is that even though this is a gorgeous top, this is my professional opinion, I'd like to see it just a little bit richer on you.
So brighter colors?
Not really brighter, but just richer, and I can show you what I mean. I developed these true hue cards, and so, for example, with what I'm wearing, it makes shopping a breeze. If you're able to hold the cards up, that doesn't work so well, but this one does work. And this one doesn't work. So it makes shopping really, really fast when you find the colors that work on you versus the ones that don't work for you.
Now, how can people get those cards? Can they find you online?
They sure can. They can come to Houston and work with me, or they can find these online. Absolutely.
And what is your website address?
TrueYouMakeovers.com, where color is key.
Well, I thank you very much. So now I'm looking at you, and you have blended the dark color, which I consider to be slimming, with that bright color.
I have.
So you can combine the two.
In my category, I can, and I'm not wearing black today. I'm actually wearing a very dark navy, just because of the point that I'm trying to make today. But I fall in the category of Courtney Cox. I could wear black. So in your category, if you were trying to do contrast, we'd have to figure out which of these you were, and then we'd play with that color palette.
Oh, well, some interesting things. We need to know our color palette. And thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, my pleasure.
I'm going to think about wearing some richer colors. Thank you so much.